Welcome back to Wario Land II. So now we're back at the title screen just to show off how after 100% of the game, the game actually does start always the exact same way now. Let's continue.
Do you want to get rid of all the hard work you've done?
It always starts at this every time you...
At least with Pokemon, you actually have to jiggle around with the select button to try to erase your data.
Well, you can end up saving over someone's data in just one button press.
Yeah.
Alright, so now let's go get Syrup's treasure.
Did you mean get the Syrup's treasure?
Yes. Alright, but first we have a new minigame that was unlocked. However, I think I'm actually going to show off the boss feature. Hold on.
Well, there it is.
Okay, so basically this happens now. Down A to skip to the boss battle. There you go. As you can see, it's the boss room.
Okay. I don't think I'm fully prepared for this. I just skipped to the boss, but I should be... Okay, fuck it, I'm getting out of here.
Alright. Yeah. Great.
Great. I have to step through the... Oh.
Alright, let's show off that minigame.
Okay.
Game
and Wario?
Flagman DD.
Flagman DD, exactly. So let's check out how the game works. Okay, so you have basically you have those numbers that you have to press, and each of those numbers represents a button prompt that's said right there. So basically,
that's a memorization.
If he raises up with the flag 1, that means you're supposed to press up. You'll see. Let's play. Okay.
It's kind of like Simon says, in a sense.
Basically, the game keeps going until you lose.
Seems easy enough.
Well, it started at least.
It's going to be one free forever.
Well, that's how these games work. They always had one more input to every turn.
No, I know that, but what I mean is, it's just going to be pressing free all over. Like he's the laziest duck in the planet.
I wonder how far this thing goes, anyway.
It goes, like I said, it goes forever until you lose.
It's endless, and at some point your memory will fail you.
Well, remember, Joe, but this kind of game, all of his moves are randomly generated, so the game can just keep this going. It will just randomly generate every single new turn.
Now I wonder what's the highest anyone's ever gone with this.
Jesus.
I don't think Jesus is that good at this game.
I'm sure he could be.
Cheat, won't he? He'll just ask his dad for help.
This is all about memorization, which Dwiz would be screwed if he was playing this.
To me, there's the usual easy trick. Just remember the pattern you've been doing, and then all you gotta do is just remember the last number that they add on.
Oh.
There we go. Hey, come on!
The game actually allows you to miss free time, so this is actually one of the more forgiving versions of these minigames that I've seen.
Yeah, but screw it, I quit.
Whatever, I've already shown up. You got the basic gist of it. Let's.
Yeah.
All right, so
let's defeat Risky.
Okay, so here's the real ending of Wario Land 2. Here's what happens. Instead of getting back the free bags of money that Syrup stole from us, why not just steal all of her treasure?
I mean, why not?
Payback's a bitch.
Indeed. Turns out Syrup is keeping all of her stolen treasure in this random mountain, and I have no idea how the hell Wario knows that this is it, but whatever.
Because I saw the glowy thing right on the other side.
I guess, but... And the door just opens. Wow, that's some shit security for a secret cave.
Yeah, Syrup needs to get a better password system.
Her password's probably just that.
The really final chapter. Time attack.
Steal
the syrup. Okay, we're seriously
I'm pretty sure at this point oh no, what the fuck?
Basically, everybody, the developers
were high.
The developers clearly took some illegal substances and This is the cave, the treasure cave of Syrup. I have no idea what
Yes, I see.
Allow me. One day, Syrup was like, you know, dude, I've got this plan for this hidden secret lair, but I'm gonna hide a lot of body parts in there to scare everyone off. There'll be ears and everything.
You know what? You know what this is?
So high.
It's that hellish level from the Hulk, like the Mega Drive.
Not just that. This is foreshadowing for what will later become the WarioWare series.
Kinda.
All right.
I guess random weird.
Random widget. The term John would be widget, as in weird Japanese, entertainment product.
Oh, also, Teo. Take a wild guess as to what the actual goal of completing this level is.
There are cabinets running down the river bay.
If we're going through the widget logic, probably shoving an object in someone's mouth.
No, let's just say it's a particular objective that you've gained quite a fancy to over the course of this playthrough.
All right, Ben. Everyone, get up, get your...
Well, to think of the various objectives we've had. Which one?
Exit the door.
Nope.
I guess what?
Oh, defeat the giant, the spearman.
Very good.
Sir, we've run out of drawers. That's okay. We'll just use Captain Syrup's drawers at some point.
That poor giant spearman always gets beaten the shit out of in every timeline.
Truth be told, in this case, it kind of probably wasn't expecting that, considering Wario just stormed in surprisingly.
Well, is it really that surprising? The security is horrible.
So you gotta wonder, are all those enemies in the bubble gum? I'm gonna guess that's bubble gum. Oh, and the eyes are like her minions that have failed her.
I have no idea, Jova. This is so out of left field that I don't even know.
And then Captain Survive, and then I'm gonna put everyone who's ever failed me. Gonna put everyone who's ever failed me in the bubble gum. It's brilliant, isn't it, Steve?
But madam, everyone's failed you.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's save a state.
Okay. So high.
Okay, this is the hardest level in the game. However, it's not exactly for the right reasons. See, the problem with this level is this. See, what you have to do in order to climb in this level is you have to jump from those platforms to the other platforms. Here's the problem. In order to do that, you need to basically jump up right at the tip of the platform.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like it's similar to it's specifically designed to annoy you. There's an entire game called Getting Over It with Benedict Foddy, I think it's called, which relies entirely on this annoyance where you need to perform jumps up, but doing this curve movement where you need to jump in a direction and then turn immediately to the other as soon as you gain the direct momentum.
And in order to be successful, you have to be pixel perfect with it. And if you fuck up, Teo, you might fall, which means you'll have to start the sequence all over again.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Getting Over It.
For a second, I thought you were going to say Getting Over It with Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, Dweebs, there are a lot of people called Benedict in the world.
Yeah, yes, this is actually secretly the multiverse of madness in the upcoming Doctor Strange sequel.
Totally.
The member of the multiverse is Sherlock Holmes.
So where do you find an enemy to... Oh, there it is. So you need to carry it over there.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Now I'm gonna have to carry it all the way up.
You shall be my minion.
The big problem with this level is that this level revolves a lot around busy work and, like Teo said, annoying the player. Like, this is the level is not really about exploration. There's no treasure to catch. There's no number at the end. It's just a big level where you're basically trying to get to the end and defeat the giant spearman.
Are you supposed to get that through there?
Hold on.
I think you're supposed to
throw it up for that half of the thing.
Hold on. I was trying to do a specific thing, but I think I'm going to realize in a moment that doesn't work. Hold on. Basically, I'm going to let the... There we go. Now it works. See, this is what I was trying. This is what I was trying to do.
Play basketball.
You mean b-ball, Dwibs? That's how this game calls it.
Basketball, because I'm not an cultured swine.
Hey,
Well,
yo,
no,
what
Mario.
you gonna do?
Your Mario probably made those titles for all I know.
But yeah, this level is such a departure from the rest of the game. It's like the developers, at this point, just kind of okay. It's the last level. Let's make it like something really hard or whatever. The problem is, it just comes across as just weird and
There you
annoying
go.
for the most part.
Take that.
There we go.
All right,
I know.
you fulfilled your mission. Good day.
Yeah, you want to leave your
You also notice that, like it told us that this is a time attack. You have 6 minutes. Sorry, 7 minutes to get to the
to
end.
raid the place.
Yes,
What happens if you run out of time?
you die and you have to start over. Or rather, you have to start over. You don't die because Mario doesn't die in this game.
Yeah. I guess Wario just decides that he's gonna be found in 7 minutes. It's like Rouge in Prison Island.
Allow me. And then, if there actually is someone dumb enough to actually break into my secret freaking lair, then I will have poisonous gas pumped in no later than in 7 minutes.
Why 7 minutes? Why not just gas them straight away?
Because I'm not
Where's the
exactly
fun in
thinking
that,
straight, am I?
Fortunately, the time limit.
30 seconds.
Fortunately, the time limit is not that bad because the time limit is quite okay. Even when I first played this game, I don't even remember losing by time over because the game, the timer that you're given is basically practically enough, way more than enough. So you should be fine. It's not just ignore the timer for the most part. The real issue is using all the gimmicks that you've learned over the course of the game.
I'm going to. Oh, okay. I used the time then.
Ah, fuck.
Damn it.
It's one of those cases where it's one of those cases where you have to be pixel perfect.
Yeah, I can see it. Not just
Fuck.
that. Not just that. The ceiling actually holds the momentum
Exactly.
of your jump.
Ma'am, what if someone has the power to reverse time?
Fuck!
Well, then
Get
he's
back
just a dirty cheater, then.
But
Ugh.
so are you,
There
technically.
we go.
Oh no! An entire room of this! No!
Yes, Pedro, the eyes, they mock you.
No, not that! I don't give a shit about the eyes. I mean this shit. The getting out shit, like Teo calls it.
I think
Wow,
when
you think that scares you almost.
I
by
think
the way
when
you were
Nintendo had a
reacting.
sort of an habit of doing this
No,
kind of
no.
thing. The bonus level that actively punishes you for being 100% completion is because at least Yoshi's Island has also a bullshit level like this.
Jova, a good horror movie, as far as I'm concerned, has this particular room of the level, not eyes. This is true horror right here.
Exactly.
Is this Count Olaf's room?
I don't know, Dibs. I think even Count Olaf would go, this is kinda weird.
But, you know. Because the dude seems to have a
God!
heart
Ah!
Okay. And then, just to any
You have to give it to Syrup. This is her most evil plan yet.
Exactly. You see, even though all other plans may fail, Steve, what I'm going to do is put up the most BS set of stairs ever.
But my
It's
name's
brilliant.
Phil, ma'am.
I don't think you haven't realized I'm high. I'm not exactly coherent enough to recognize you two. For free.
Syrup's
Or
master
had-
plan is to
There's already a
scrunk us to
with-
death.
Excuse
God,
me,
so
I
that's
may
a
be
fun
high,
thing.
but I am not M. Night Shyamalan.
Well, actually, I was not referencing a Night Shyamalan. I was referencing the Ultimate
The
Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
Funny, when you mention Scrunk, the first thing that comes to mind
Lady
is
in the Water,
Lady in
yeah.
the Water.
The grass wolf. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, Super Mario World had one. Yoshi's Island had one.
So yeah, I'm just gonna sit there, state that for every successful jump, because otherwise I'll just be here all day.
I mean, it's literally the only way.
This really is true horror.
Oh god, could you? And remember, Teo, and remember, Teo, I played this originally on my Game Boy Color, which means I didn't have save states back then, so I had to do this legit.
Yo.
Did you manage to?
Yes, with a lot of frustration and a lot of screaming.
I can imagine a young Pedro screaming there. His parents wondering, Pedro, what's wrong? Are you hurt?
No,
Mom.
yes, this game is killing me, man! This game is killing me!
Yeah. How long is this part again?
Don't worry, it's only 26 minutes. Don't worry, Dwebs, Dwebs, I had to, if you guys want me to do, this is the thing, Dwebs, I'm doing this game, you guys have to get a good idea of how frustrating this is.
Fair enough. I have no qualms with it. I'm getting a laugh out of this.
Okay, should be fine now. Only one more jump. What could possibly go wrong, right?
Well, I guess you're gonna be stuck here.
Getting over it with Wario.
3, 2, 1. And there we go.
It's okay, I saved the state. It's okay. Oh.
Nope.
Well, the longboard.
Okay. Ah.
It didn't happen, it was like 3 in the morning, so...
You know, he may get my treasure, but at least I can say I've had my fun with him.
Yeah, I can't give 0 fault for that.
Treasure, you can keep it. This was worth the price.
Fuck this level!
Out.
And since it's a platforming challenge, there is no cheat mechanism like on the
Did it!
stage.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Jesus. Fuck.
Clearly, this is Syrup's evilest plan yet.
Oh, Steve, pass the popcorn. I'm so glad I thought this
How
while I
did
was
she
high.
navigate into this thing?
There we go.
I know it's
Jesus.
a shortcut.
It's okay, Teo. Fortunately, that was the worst. After this, it's all uphill. Fortunately.
Yeah, you gotta go up.
True, no, but fortunately now it's just a matter of jumping on the bird to reach the platform. So that was the worst part. Fortunately, we're done with the worst of it. Thank God.
It was the best of levels, it was the worst of levels.
There we go. There you go. This is fairly simple. Just use the bird as There you go. Simple.
I think that's a pretty good metaphor, you flipping the bird after that level.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Nope.
It's okay.
Oh, never mind, you did.
It's okay. Fortunately, this is nowhere near as frustrating, so whatever.
Okay. Especially gotten her laugh after that last room. It's like, it's cold, I'll get it back anyway later.
Jesus.
Not just that, I wonder if someone fucked up with the, order to put each room in, because the difficulty escalation is random.
All right, and now we're doing Sonic style of conveyor belts.
Work that sucker to death.
Look at that 3D aspect on
Q,
the color.
Dibs, well, actually, never mind. You don't have your sound machine with you. Otherwise, I'll just ask you to play Scrap Brain's theme.
What sound effect does blast processing do?
Twang?
We didn't even use the blast processing thing around here. We just used something else.
Yeah. Well, the blast processing part was just part of the American marketing. It wasn't part of the European one. I don't know how it was for you, but here they just had this thing where Sega, we're stronger than you, basically. Like it still was true to the spirit of the American marketing, since it was kind of this edgy, in-your-face type of marketing. But it was
it's better. Go on.
Like, for example, the commercial for Sonic, the Portuguese commercial for Sonic and Knuckles, was literally just two burly, muscular dudes arguing about which one is stronger, Sonic or Knuckles. Well, to 90s commercials, you know how it is.
I know. There's something magical about that.
Yeah.
But oh god, I forgot what I was about to ask. Go on.
No, actually, I was finished. Go ahead.
No, I basically forgot.
Jova.
Yes?
Got something?
Oh, I think I do.
God damn. Go ahead.
You have to watch out for the water.
Ironic, you have to avoid the thing that would heal you after getting crushed by a boulder.
I don't even remember what the commercials for the Mega Drive were here. Obviously, it's been, there was way too little. I remember specifically for example, stuff like the Nintendo 64 one being very aggressive.
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Now I remember what I was thinking. At least it's not like that frightening Australian, I think it is.
There you go.
NES commercial where he just, insults the
player. So basically, here's the problem with this giant Spearman. He's one of those platforms that can only be accessed by the Spearman, meaning I have to try my best to stay. Fuck.
Oh snap! Otherwise, it's bad. Oh wait. So what do you have to go back through in order to?
Well, it's like all the other bosses, Job. I have to go back up. But I'm gonna try to see if I can. Yeah, there you go. There we go.
Ow.
And we did it. We saved the world somehow.
The final boss of this entire game was the giant spearman.
No, I just rented Captain Syrup bankrupt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a veil of the game basically flipping you the bird.
I don't know if I ever shown you the Portuguese commercial for the Sega Game Gear, because that commercial is literally the most blatant example of false advertising I've ever seen. Where they're saying, "Oh, stop playing in black and white," making fun of the Game Boy. Stop playing in black and white. Play in color. Play Game Gear. Here's the problem: they superimpose footage of the Mega Drive games into the Game Gear screen. Yeah. So yeah.
Captain, Wario's got your stash.
So
and Zero probably doesn't even know that we stole their stash.
Indeed.
Captain, Wario's got your stash.
So there you go. That's the true ending of Wario Land II.
Honestly, I don't care. Why?
Wario gets high and gets a bunch more money than the one stole by Zero. So there you go. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure this bonus level is just there to sort of troll the player because Zero is not even there. It's not even involved properly. You don't even get a final confrontation with her. The final boss is just a giant spearman like that, and like that is over. The entire level is structured to basically be very annoying to you.
Oh my God,
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some sort of self-awareness.
Honestly, there are 3 reasons I am not mad and killing you all in a blind fight of rage, Steve.
Because you want to be in the sequel.
First of all,
actually, too, she's not going to be in the sequel.
No, I'm
I didn't know that she would succeed. I didn't mean that she would succeed.
First of all, we still got his money, so I'll be able to rebuild from that. Secondly,
all we've got is like 12 coins.
Syrup is not in Wario Land 3 or 4, but fortunately Goodfield brought her back for Shake It.
Sadly not as a main villain or boss, but I
Well, at least she was there at least. I mean, seriously, what the hell was she doing Wario Land 4? I mean, obviously she couldn't be in Wario Land 3 because Wario was trapped in the music box, but you could have had her at the very least have a cameo of sorts in Wario Land 4, but no.
Anyway, reason number 2 I am not mad beyond belief. Let's just say I'm deducting a little plan so that 3 games from now, I'll make a return and maybe be able to get some money and shake things up.
Basically, in Wario Land Shake at Wario Land 5, that's basically what it is, Syrup is your shopkeep.
It's really weird.
Yep, that's right. I'm going to bill him for everything
it's similar
he
to
needs.
It's similar to how Fawful becomes a shopkeeper in Partners in Time.
Yeah. Oh, at least he became a main villain after.
Anyway, final thoughts on Wario Land 2.
One more thing.
What?
Reason number 3, I'm not mad. I always keep recorded video cameras at home, which means I get to see all the practical video footage. Oh snap!
There you go. After all of that tale, after all those defeats, the giant Spearman is finally going to have his revenge.
How?
So I actually wonder how does it end.
That's the sad part too. It doesn't end. They just have him enter the castle after Wario, and then the game just ends. There's nothing else after this, and
Okay, so
that he kicked the crap out of Wario. Then
that's the thing, Joe.
they actually made up and fell in love or something. I don't know.
I don't even understand.
Probably.
I would have just had Wario have a happy ending here and that's it. What was even the point of having the Spearmen follow him here if you're not going to do anything with it?
To show that the Spearman is pissed.
Okay.
But they always look pissed.
Anyway, final thoughts for Wario Land 2, too.
Sure, okay. It's surprisingly deep, although quantity not always makes quality for this game. There are one or two minor storylines that are kind of superfluous, as we've seen. But overall, in its entirety, this package is actually pretty, tight. When it comes to a Game Boy game, it's almost like, I don't know if it pushes the console to its limit, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, it does. This amount of content on the original. Remember, this was an original Game Boy game.
Yeah.
It was one of the last original Game Boy games, and it definitely pushed the console to its limit.
So yeah, I'm really surprised, and most of for like a lot of percentage, the game holds up to it. Of course, story is not too important, and the widget aspect of the weird Japanese traditional humor brings enough interested, but not in a way of resulting too wacky, let's say in a game of Parodius, for example. It's his own thing, just with this applied to it. Anyway, the challenging factor of why having to keep the money is fine. Although, treasure and number pieces aside, puzzle pieces aside, it doesn't factor too much into it. Like in the previous game, we need to collect enough amount of coins. But the challenge is still there, and you don't want to get hurt, in order to lose money. So I can definitely see, the mechanics into it. So yeah, definitely like the classic second title that takes the first one and cracks it up to 11. So that's nice. Next.
Gibbs.
Yeah, it looks alright. Doesn't look alright for me though. I mean, I rarely play collectathons.
Sure.
And that last level, damn. That's just it really. Looks fine, probably not something I'd play.
Alright, Jova.
It's a good game. Definitely a nice expansion on the first one. The whole no lives thing does take some getting used to. But for the game it's nice and well. I do like the different routes here. I will agree, though, that quantity over quality does sometimes take a toll with some of the levels feeling kind of a bit bland, like unnecessarily bland here and there. And I do wish that, for the true final route, we got more of an actual climax here, especially since we're storming Syrup's stronghold here and there. It's just the giant spearman, and sadly with no joke to cap off at the end. It's just, I guess, your imagination.
Yeah, the original climax, like the one from the first storyline, the longer main one. That's the best one. Like they probably should have kept that as the real climax.
Which I'll admit is kind of a bit of a shame. Usually when I hear of alternate routes, it is to sometimes make them more interesting. Now I get maybe some of the alternate routes that, end quicker than those. I can get them being not as climactic. But it is kind of a shame and a missed opportunity. Also a shame is that this would be the last game where Syrup served as the main antagonist, which is really a shame. She could have been like the Bowser to Wario's Mario.
That's the thing, Jova. After this game, the Wario Land series basically decided to go into really weird places. The next game is in a music box. After that, we go full Japanese folklore. It's like it basically abandoned the style of the first two games, if you ask me. Fortunately, Shake It brought it back. Shake It fortunately brought that back. Fortunately, but go ahead.
I guess it depends on what you mean by that. My only real qualm is that sadly Captain Syrup would be gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have that many clones of Wario Land 3 and 4. I still find them just as good as well as Shake It. My main qualm is, again, the lack of Syrup, though, because she's awesome. But, alas.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. It does have some flaws here and there, though.
Mm-hmm. some issues aside, like I said, like the entire seller storyline wasn't necessary. I would have cut that out of the game, to be honest. In fact, the effort and resources put into that seller storyline would have been better put in making a more interesting real climax. So yeah.
I mean, honestly, when you really get down to it, it feels like Syrup's the one who won that final round. I mean, she's a pirate. She'll probably get more money here and there. And like I said, she got a lot of home video footage of Wario tripping and stumbling over throughout her lair when you get down to it.
So
how's that for a headcanon?
And that final level like this, can be pretty annoying. However, fortunately, the game manages to overcome its issues by being an incredibly solid package that is incredibly impressive for a Game Boy game. There's so much content in it, and the creative ways you have to navigate the levels in order to find said alternate content is very clever. It rewards the player's curiosity. It has very rewarding exploration. And it's just very creative in the way it handles things. Like this is very, very different in structure compared to the typical 90s platformer. So I really appreciate the developers for being creative and trying something different and being clever with it. I actually don't mind the immortality thing. I see this more of a challenge of how many coins you can keep rather than whether or not you can die. So whatever, it's fine. This game is more focused on exploration and platforming itself, not so much fighting enemies anyway. So whatever. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, no, it's a Game Boy classic. It really is. It's available on the 3DS eShop. So if you still have your 3DS, feel free to get it because it's definitely worth getting it. And yeah, that's it for Wario Land 2. So see ya, I guess.